Well, that was definitely the wrong button. It was the longer intro instead of the shorter one. So we are already in the draft because we are having game number 2 between RoX.KIS and iCCup. We have got ourselves, of course, the winners bracket finals of the Corsair Gaming Summer Tournament. And the winner of this one will move on to the playoffs. We are in Group A. And we'll see the loser face up against VirtuPro after this matchup. Of course, I just said we were in game number 2. Game number 1 was a... well, quite a long game. We had a 75-minute game where iCCup in the end took the cake, so let's see if they can force out a 2-0 or if RoX.KIS will make it a third game. We'll see if we can have that. Of course, I'm not by myself. I'm supported by 2 people right here. We have got K-poptosis providing you with the stats here today. You won't hear him, but you see what he does inside the game, of course, providing you with all the stats that you want to see. And the person that you will hear, it is my co-caster, Vykromond. Welcome back.
Good to be back, Sheever. That game 1 was so incredibly epic. I don't know what we'll expect from this one, but if it's anything like that last one, it should be a pretty great game. iCCup, of course, had this time having access to the Treant Protector, doesn't get banned in the first phase, and these days he's regarded by a lot of teams as a first pick-worthy pick. So they secure him up here, and already with a solo laner that it goes very well with the Treant. Here it's the Enigma.
Yeah, and of course it kind of forced RoX to pick up the Weaver. We know that Jackal really loves the Weaver, so otherwise they would have picked it up regardless, but with the tree, you don't want to give and the tree and the Weaver. We've seen what that can do in various games, and that's not gonna be something that you want to see. Enigma picked up by iCCup. We've seen this lineup up against 4FC earlier today. They did have the Enigma, they also had the... well, actually, that's bad of me. Not quite able to remember after that long game, but they did have an Enigma, and they ran him in the jungle. Surprise. Enigma in the jungle. They also had a Bat Rider at that time, but Bat Rider, of course, getting banned out. A Wisp, Bat, now also Luna and Dragon Knight, as well as Darkseer OD with the Rubik and the Lich getting banned out. iCCup, they banned out the Lich that time as well, so we still have the Shadow Demon in the pool, a hero that we otherwise see banned out often.
Yeah, Shadow Demon... definitely an option for iCCup here. We'll still have to see how they put their trial in together. The thing about a Shadow Demon here is Shadow Demon usually a kill setup hero in the laning phase. Like, he's able to roam and generate kill opportunities even in the try-v-try. But he wouldn't really be able to do it here because with Treant Protector, Treant brings nothing to that. You really don't actually get the kill opportunity. I do like I like the Bat Rider ban from RoX this game. Not leaving that open to be first picked by iCCup because that Bat Rider from Resolution in game 1 was just incredibly impressive, frankly.
That was some great play. It really helped keeping iCCup in the game, and in the end, of course, taking it as well. And yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what they will pick up as a carry. I mean, they're taking their time right now, taking into some of their bonus time. They already know that they are going to be up against a Puck, a very strong mid hero. And with the OD banned out by themselves, it is basically just Queen of Pain that would really be able to stand up against a Puck. Or maybe still a Beastmaster. That would actually be kind of okay up against a Weaver. We'll see, though, what they end up going for. I kind of hope that RoX is going to run an aggressive trial lane, by the way, because that's the thing that you can do up against a Treant, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Just making sure that those solo lanes are not going to go all the way to iCCup purely because of the living armor.
Yeah, when you're up against Treant, you generally want to be going right up in his face and doing a lot of damage. So the only thing is that RoX.KIS, they don't have either support yet. So they're going to have to sort of scramble to make sure that they do come up with an aggressive try that's workable based on the supports they pick up. They could use a Shadow Demon. I think it would be very useful in combination with something else in the Gyrocopter. So they could take it 4th, for instance, and then take Lena or something would go very well for their 5th pick after the 2nd phase. But iCCup, the Queen of Pain, really no surprise. You're up against a Puck, so some of these sort of melee options aren't as attractive simply because Puck can just completely trash them. Queen of Pain, on the other hand, has a fine matchup against Puck. It does generally force Queen of Pain to go BKB a little earlier than she otherwise would, because Waning Rift can be such a huge pain in the ass in teamfights in the mid-game. But laning phase will be just fine.
Yeah, I fully agree. We're gonna see what RoX wants to pick up next. Actually, iCCup, they took a lot of time to think about what they wanted to pick up there. The Queen of Pain, I'm hoping for them that they already know what they want to pick up next. I mean, in terms of lanes, RoX already has got 3 cores ready, so it's just supports for them, I guess. It's just a matter of which one are they expecting iCCup to ban out, so which one should they pick up right now. And oh my god, I was not expecting that to get banned out, but they do pick it up, Earthshaker. Definitely nice, definitely nice. Yeah. We're gonna see him as a support. I like it.
Shaker's a cool hero. He's gotten has gotten sort of consistent buffs, and in general I feel he was slightly underrated before the patch, so just sort of called him to everybody's attention. He's a support we've been seeing more of lately. Fissure is a tremendous tool for positioning. You can trap somebody onto the side of the gyrocopter and then just rocket barrage them to death, for instance, or it's very good defensively. With that extra 100 units on the edge of it, you can do all sorts of things where Earthshaker just sits back, like in safety, or he sits across a tree line, and he just completely cuts the fight in two. So it's a hero with a lot of potential. He does want to build Blink Dagger, usually both Arcane Boots and Blink, so he's a little more farm-dependent than some heroes we've seen, but still very useful.
Yeah, we saw Earthshaker yesterday played on the solo offlane, and the only reason he can do that is because of his buff, because he can block creep waves and then force them to attack Ancients instead.
Oh, right, so yeah, the thing that's actually banned in Dota 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, a Morphling. So I was not expecting that one, and it kind of makes me wonder for the last pickup, because normally you save your last picks, the ones that you expect not to get banned out, for last. Mm-hmm. And I was not expecting RoX to ban out Morphling. So this makes me wonder extra what they want to pick up last.
Morph is actually interesting here. Again, it's iCCup selling a little bit of laning and buying a little bit of mid to late game. Morph can actually go shotgun against Gyro Weaver, and it's pretty good. If he gets a very, very fast Ethereal Blade, he can just sort of face rush Gyrocopter and try to force him out of the fight, as well as forcing Gyrocopter to go very, very heavy into the BKB as well. So that's neat. Disruptor for RoX.
Well, stopping the Morphling before he starts to morph, perhaps?
He can morph. He can still morph.
Even if he doesn't cast it before the global silence, or before the silence is there, I think he can start it, but he can't, or I think he can get silence while he's morphing and he'll still morph, but I don't think he can start it while he is under the effect of the static storm. I'm not sure.
Maybe I'm an idiot.
Well, we'll find out, I guess, later on in the game. But yeah, that's a Broodmother. I don't like the Broodmother. I can say that a lot. I mean, he is not really doing that well in terms of... In pubs, he is one of the most unsuccessful heroes. In competitive Dota, he's really not that successful either. And he is just one of those heroes that will sit in the lane. That's it. Like, that's where my sentence ends. Because he'll try to push. If you leave your lane, he'll push you. But if you already have an Earthshaker there, I mean, Earthshaker is considered a counter towards the Broodmother. I mean, they just worked in the hands of that Echo Slam really hard. If you have and Eidolons and Broodlings, if you're gonna go massive push, iCCup is gonna be having a blinking Earthshaker on their hands in no time, and then boom, everybody dies.
Yeah, they definitely did pick the Brood into the Earthshaker, so they're clearly not too concerned with Echo Slam. In that case, I think iCCup will have to make doubly, maybe even triply sure that Earthshaker never hits Blink. Because once he hits Blink, that Brood's in a lot of trouble pretty much all the time. If he doesn't hit Blink, if he struggles to get levels and farm, then maybe this can work. I mean, Brood has been buffed substantially, and I think they're expecting to have a 1v1 matchup for her, and she's actually extremely strong 1v1 these days. Like, because of the way that Incapacitating Bite now works, you can take that somewhere in the path to level 4 and just trash your lane, basically.
Yeah, I just want to point out how well she's actually made. She's really spidery.
Whoa. That's a really good win rate for Treant. I didn't realize it was that oppressive.
75? Wow. I didn't realize it was that high either.
Yeah. Well, ban the tree 2013, I agree. I thought it'd be lower, because in my opinion he's a hero who can be countered, especially if you take him, especially if he's picked up very, very early, but clearly he can't be, because 75% is a very intimidating win rate. So, weird lanes Sheever developing here. We've got basically Enigma jungle. Quap, so I guess I'll introduce them while I go. So, always want to fly on the Enigma in the jungle. resolution on the Queen of Pain in mid, which leaves basically a dual lane bottom, Jackal on the Morphling, Zik on the Treant Protector, and Mag top as Brood. I mean, once they picked up the Brood, it makes sense, but...
Yeah, but the dual lane is really a safe one. Jackal, of course, a ranged hero, so should be able to stay alive up against a solo Tron who is playing the Weaver. Weaver will be still able to get experience and such, though, because, I mean, Morphling doesn't have really the chance to do anything here. Again, a remake? I don't want to get a remake.
Oh, don't want a remake.
But,
they have really bad ping or something? No, their ping looks okay. Ours is worse than theirs.
Restarting PC doesn't really require remakes. Does it? No? You can just reconnect in.
Yeah, you don't need to.
Well, we are seeing Android playing the Earthshaker. I'm just gonna continue. Android will be on the Earthshaker. He picked himself up a couple of clarities, but he is doing the thing that I said, by the way. He's got a creep wave there.
They want a remake because somebody skilled the wrong skill because they're on legacy keys and they bugged out. So they want to restart so they can fix the thing, and then they want a remake so that they can level the right ability.
Who did the wrong thing?
Puck.
Face shift first. That's actually not that bad.
It's not that bad. I don't think it's that bad.
You sure?
Actually, did somebody else ask? Oh no, I don't know.
Because the only one that I would think maybe
Queen of Pain has blink first.
Maybe
but that's usually what you get.
Disruptor got stats.
Oh, it's morph. It's morph.
Oh, it's iCCup. I'm looking at the wrong. Oh, look, he has adaptive strike.
He's got adaptive.
That's
that
cute.
Is a pretty bad.
They're gonna go. Not even a restart needed, apparently. He's gonna deal with it.
RoX.KIS didn't want the remake because they used the illusion rune that they got level 1 to actually block the pull camp.
Yep.
So that won't happen if you remake because you might not get the illusion rune. The other team will know that you did it, etc., so on and so forth. They are doing, by the way, the Earthshaker banned in Dota 1 creep blocking utility.
Yeah. And that's gonna be good for Tron, so he can last at someone lowest tower. He will be taking a bit of extra harass. It will be not so good for Jackal, though, especially not since he only got
with adaptive strike. Yeah.
He needs to have an escape mechanism if he wants to go that far up, so he needs to be level 2. And he's not gonna get it anytime soon because the creep waves are getting denied like crazy here. And I actually think, like, get Enigma out of that jungle and push, because that's what you can do.
Yeah. They have to push, actually. This is going to really go extremely badly if they don't actually take some countermeasures. They did block the Ancient Camp from spawning extras, but even so, it's a tremendous amount of lost XP for the Morphling.
Yep. And there's a pause coming up from iCCup again. Mag on the top lane. Oh, I wasn't done. Oh, Nexus will be playing the Gyrocopter, and then mid lane BZZ on his pack. That was everybody, I think. Oh, actually, no. Sorry, y'all, I almost forgot you. This Raptor coming in, gets a bit of harassment in there, and gets harassed right back. He has, of course, still got 1 Sentry Ward in his inventory. Mag gonna have to deal with that, but I think you'll be okay for now. You have to be get ready, though. Glimpse into Rocket Barrage?
Kinda. I mean, the thing is, they need Glimpse and they need Kinetic Field, otherwise he just walks away. And also, check out his leveling. He's 2 in Thunderstrike.
Yeah,
so.
And he is actually just, you know, he doesn't know yet if he needs either Kinetic Field or Glimpse, so he's leaving 1 point open.
Mag is pretty safe for now, actually, even with the Sentry. And Rocket Barrage is somewhat deflected by Spiders as well, although Spiders are vulnerable to Flat Cannon.
Yeah. That's...
Poor Jackal with the adaptive strike, that's painful.
He is now level 2, so he can do a little bit more. He gets himself also the nice tree thing. Yeah, it is still so annoying. Like, you don't normally pick that up at level... before level 7, 8, 9?
Yeah. Oh my god, if even then, yeah.
Depending on how your farm goes, because you only want it for your... Or if you want to start fighting, actually.
Yeah. This is painful for Mag, too. I mean, as you said, you were questioning the Broodmother pick. There's a lot on RoX.KIS that makes being Broodmother a pain in the butt. I mean, Thunderstrike on a Spiderling, you have to, like, locate the one Spiderling that it's on and pull it out so it doesn't clear out your entire stack. And Gyrocopter, Flat Cannon... Everything that Earthshaker has, there's tons of AoE damage the Puck can throw out to clear your Spiderlings and Spiderites very quickly. It's a huge pain in the butt.
Very. And in the meantime, In the meantime, it is Resolution is sitting 17 to 6, BZZ sitting 14 to 5. Very even mid lane still though. And that's something that you can actually try and change perhaps if someone comes around to try and help something. Because so far, bottom lane, not really going the way of Jackal at all. I mean, even though he hasn't really missed that many last hits, he didn't get that many creeps going his way because at least 3 waves got denied.
Look how behind he is on XP relative to the Weaver. About a level and a half behind.
That's just so painful. And I mean, Mag is not winning his lane either. And look at that flak cannon. I mean, he's just feeding spiderlings. And that's a lot of gold. I mean, we can't really look at the last hits of Nexus. There's no way about, no doubt about that. But, I mean, in the previous patch, actually the 2 patches before this, spiderlings gold actually got buffed a little bit. In the meantime, ooh, mid lane has some trouble. Actually, BZ taking a lot of damage as well. Able to phase shift away, and Resolution jumps after him. I'm not sure if that's the right choice, or it is the right choice. Gets the first blood. Nicely done.
They fissured him on the wrong side, just kind of unlucky. He ended up on the south side of the fissure with no blink, rather than on the north side of the fissure with no blink, so definitely, ooh, nice deny there, actually denying the siege creep Tron on the bottom. But still, that's very good for iCCup to at least secure the first blood in the mid, which they weren't convincingly winning prior to that point.
Correct, and this is what they need. I mean, they need to win at least one lane, and hereby secured. It was also completely solo for Resolution, and he was actually up against 2, so that makes it even better. He does have to be careful though, his bottle is empty, and he just walked into that orb. He has to go back to base actually. The courier's still flying, empty. It's probably thinking it's gonna pick up a bottle, but it's gonna get disappointed and sitting next to his tower without anything else. And this might actually, nah, it was gonna get back.
Poor porcine princess Penelope.
Yeah, doing all that work for nothing.
Yeah, she really did. Mag took the 2nd rank in web. I actually, it's good. I would love to see actually him pick up Incapacitating Bite pretty soon. I think it's 1 rank of it is actually amazing for the 30% miss chance. Yep,
we'll see though. I mean, he's probably just playing it a bit passive. He's hoping that Nexus at some point will rotate away because that's what he needs to have. It's not going to happen anytime soon though. Like a gyrocopter on the lane, he is having a good time. He is clearing out those spiderlings like crazy, and like that's all that he wants. There goes another sentry ward. Where's the flak cannon?
The gyrocopter farm is actually surprisingly not amazing for...
Did you see that?
No.
The trees grew back on the top lane and it locked the spiderlings in the wrong side.
Amazing.
Yeah. Well, we do have Resolution rotating, by the way. He's top.
Yeah, but they saw. They completely spotted it out.
I mean, they're hiding. In the meantime, they're not really getting anything in return for it apart from Mag free farming here a bit on the neutrals. Is actually quite okay.
Yeah.
They might be able to get some pressure on the tower. Yol coming in. He is. Well, that's gonna be 1 dead. They didn't think he was still hanging around. Their cooldown still comes down. Does quite some damage up on Mag, but not enough just yet. And Nexus, you probably have to stay back from this one. Double damage up on Resolution activated, and that will be a tier 1 tower, taking a lot of harassment. Might not go down though, but at least it will go a lot lower. BZZ might be coming in here though.
Mag actually taking his 3rd rank of web, so he's just getting his maximum amount of like surface area that he can walk around to not get ganked out. And the other good thing about this is that it just gives him a lot of room to maneuver. BZZ coming in now though. I'm not certain how much BZZ can get done here.
No, there's no disable, or sorry, no detection up on RoX.KIS rather.
Yeah.
You have to be careful.
Just the 1 sentry. Yep. And Mag has so many webs up now that he can easily avoid this sentry if he wants to. Yeah,
and he now realizes that there is a sentry where he is standing right now. He's looking for a place where they can't find him, perhaps.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we have got a rotation of
This
Jackal.
is perfect against Black Hole.
Whoa, by himself. Is there enough damage? Does have a Dream Coil, but he gets Malefice, and he will end up going down. Not bottle charged. Is it enough? What level is that thing? It's only level 1. He'll be able to live. Wow, that's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, I mean, they used Black Hole for that.
Yeah. Wow.
Nice play by PZZ to survive through that.
Yeah, and Jackal actually came in to check up on Android, and Android took quite some damage with that. Haste Rune will be picked up, and I think they will be able to get him, especially with help of Always Wanna Fly if he picked up that Haste Rune, which he didn't, and that's gonna be indeed the Ancient getting him. If that Haste Rune was picked up by Always Wanna Fly, they would have gotten him, I think. But
no, Trip Vector. Uh-oh. Weaver's gotta be careful, yeah.
Yeah, the time lapse is there. We just zig though. He still has 2 seconds before he can Living Armor again. It will be there. There we go. He is gonna be safe. Might not be the case for Jackal, for Weaver. Tron, Malefice. Tries to be invis, but he's in range of the tower. Is it gonna be enough? Yes, it is. Hello Scream by Tron. And that's gonna be Resolution on the killing spree. He got 3 kills, and it's 4-0.
Yeah, once again, Resolution, I really think burnishing his reputation as a strong European mid player here, because this is the second game in a row that I've been really impressed. I mean, that was mostly Tron just getting very greedy, though.
And I need some help here up on the top lane, because Mag can't really do anything here, and there is Thunder Strikes, and Orbs, and Flak Cannons. Those Spiderlings are not safe.
Yeah, he's being very careful. They don't have vision of the Spiderlings, so when they're stealthed, it's not going to flak them, but still, Mag is going to need help sooner or later unless they want to lose this tier 1 tower.
Yeah. It might actually help. Well, living armor will be there, but if they lose the tower, they create some extra space for Mag, and it will be easier for it will be... Well, like, Nexus won't sit around and wait until the lane is back, he'll go elsewhere.
True. That's true, but they also don't want to have him replant all the webs and just... I think they'd rather be generating push pressure with a Brood than just getting free farm with her.
Yeah, and of course they have got the living armor, so they can just...
Oh, they're trying to surround. Okay. He almost gets the surround on Nexus there.
Orb comes in, they want to go for Mag perhaps. Do they have detection? Yes, they have Dust. But in comes the Queen of Pain, Dream Coil, but she is away, she is out. Sonic Wave might still be get casted. If she can get it off, Cooldown comes down as well. Jackal comes here as well. The Disruptor already gone. Broodmother able to pick her off on the end.
Nice chase by Quap.
Yeah, looking for BZ. There is another phase shift up on him. Resolution knows it though. 4 seconds before he can blink again. Nexus gonna get chased down by Mag as well. Giving the vision. There goes the phase shift, and that should be BZZ down. There we go. Broodmother with the kill. Sonic Wave will clean out Nexus. Will he get the kill in the end? Home Missile stops Resolution, but he'll be able to blink in just a second. And this should be another kill going the way of iCCup, and it is 7-0, and they just got 3 kills here on the top lane. Earthshaker and a Weaver not around. Android sitting in the base, and still Tron on the bottom lane trying to kill We Just Zig, but he can't do it. Time-lapse is there. We Just Zig, is he just walking around the trees with living armor on?
Yes, that's literally what he's been doing for the last like 3 minutes.
It's just so stupid, but it works. There's a lot of stupid things that work. You missed a game today from iCCup. It was awesome.
Yeah.
iCCup today they were up against 4FC. And they were doing really well. But 4FC had a Tinker, and Tinker was the highest farm for 4FC. And they were already winning though. iCCup was already on the winning hand. At some point they had 4 Blade Mails, and they all walked into the March of the Machines at the same time, and Tinker died.
Yeah.
And they did it a couple of times in a row. It was so funny.
Somebody did that in Alienware Cup too. It's legit. It's a really good.
And Alliance did it at some point as well earlier on in the year.
Blade Mail's really underrated now. Before it was just somewhat underrated. Now it's extremely underrated because the cooldown is very low on it now. It's a 6-second uptime with 17-second cooldown. So, like a third of the time you're returning damage.
Yeah, it's just crazy. And I mean, he couldn't even get the base in time. It was so sad.
That's funny.
But yeah, iCCup, they are doing the funny stuff. So walking around the trees to stay alive. I mean, We Just Zig hasn't died yet, so obviously it works.
Ooh, Jackal trouble.
Jackal. The Fisher was there. He's trying to morph. There goes the Glimpse back into the kinetic field. There will be a Static Storm as well. He's not morphing anymore, though. He is actually going to be trying to get away. Oh, nice black hole. There is a Weave Form as well. He could get a double kill with that. That's at least one. BZZ tries to orb himself out. He will go down. That's a Resolution dominating killing streak, and that is 9-0. Jackal lives.
I'm really disappointed that Jackal didn't Adaptive Strike to steal that kill, because that would be poetically just, but...
The level 1 Adaptive Strike haunting him with level 1.
Exactly. But still, iCCup are playing extremely well, frankly, and really good spot defense. Their TPs to help out have been extremely good. Every time RoX.KIS tries to extend and actually grab somebody, I mean, locking Morph into the Static Storm there, they thought, yeah, I mean, he can't morph when he's under the effects of that silence, and we should be able to do this, but they just couldn't. The Enigma coming in with a very good black hole and cleaning that up.
Yep, and Enigma has got himself a Blink Dagger as well. Wow, my voice is starting to be awkward. But yeah, he has a Blink Dagger and, or Blink Dagger, what am I saying Blink Dagger for? He has a mechanism. He's not having a Blink Dagger, he's far from a Blink Dagger even, but he has a mechanism. Yay. Recuperate my voice. Yeah, Mag has got Yasha, by the way. That's cool.
Yeah, Mag has been doing really well, in my opinion. He hasn't really fed that many Broodlings away, as much as you'd expect against this team. Like, the Gyrocopter's farm, this 82 last hits, is actually mostly lane creeps. His farm has been very good, considering there has been pressure put out here, but he hasn't gotten that much free farm from the Broodlings.
Yeah, and I mean, he took down one tower. He's being very careful. I mean, even if he right now is not pushing, apparently he's forcing 4 of RoX.KIS towards the dire jungle. 4.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It is, and he's not in danger. Like, he's way far back. Now he's building... he's got his Yasha. He's just going to build BKB, which I think is a really good pickup here.
Yeah, in the meantime, BZZ finally leaves the jungle again. Might be trying to go for something. He's very far away from his Blink Dagger, though. He died 3 times. I was almost gonna say he doesn't have any kills or assists, but that's obvious because there's 0 kills on RoX.KIS. Maybe there's gonna be one now, though, as Tron. He gets an Invis rune and might try to go for Always Wanna Fly, but he's by himself. I'm not quite sure if he can actually get it. There is at least no black hole for Always Wanna Fly.
Yeah, I don't know where his DPS is supposed to come from, because he's rushing BKB himself.
Yeah, there goes the living armor. Boom.
Yeah, there's no hope for Weaver to actually get that kill. A lot of BKBs being built. I mean, Weaver is making BKB. Queen of Pain, as we said, against a Puck is always going to want to go pretty early BKB. I can't really quibble with any of these decisions. I think in a vacuum, every one of these heroes making BKB makes sense. I'm just a little bit concerned about RoX.KIS being able to deal the damage to win the fights.
Yeah, I mean, who is gonna do the damage? It should be Gyrocopter.
Right. But he's rushing BKB, which I also don't disagree with. I mean, I don't know.
It's obvious, but oh wow.
Oh, there's some creeps.
Yeah, it's so good. And there's a Fisher. Some gold for Android as well. That's worth using your mana on. That's fine.
It is, definitely.
And look at that. They actually smoked up. Yeah. So they're looking for him. The moment that they see Mag or they reveal their smoke, there's gonna be dust flying everywhere because BZ is carrying one, Yule is carrying one. They now know where he is, though, and he's near his tower.
They do.
That's not going to be something that they can go on because they're spending TPs.
Yeah, they're spending so much time trying to take care of Broodmother and not successfully at that they're losing a lot for it. And Android P, just look at how starved this ES is. No boots, not even tier 1s. Oh. And he doesn't have Echo either, so he doesn't have that big counter Broodmother approach. That's really bad. I said that if they can get ES levels and farm, they're going to crush this Brood, but if they don't, they won't.
Yep, and they don't.
Yeah, he doesn't have it.
There goes a Fisher, cold on as well. Mag might be in some trouble. Dream Coil hits as well. Here come the TPs. Can he escape? Their living armor helps out a ton. Here comes Resolution. He gets glimpsed back though for where he came from. Mag, you're by yourself. Be careful now. The dust goes off. They're gonna dive this. There should be more TPs. There only was one used. They still see him, but they are not gonna go on him. The more living armors. Yeah, and in comes Jackal. That's Android. And hey, Queen of Pain is back. That's gonna be an static storm where you can weave through, apparently. Disruptor and Earthshaker dying. 2 supports on the sideline. BZZ running for his life. Doesn't have his orb anymore. Does have his phase shift as a home missile hits up on Always Wanna Fly, who comes in from the side. He is actually standing still for a little while. Oh! He gets the Malefice before he can jump to his orb. The rest of iCCup was already on the way there. That's gonna be Mag with the kill though. 12-0. RoX.KIS, they can't get things done. And they just, you already said it, but they just spent so long in that dire jungle trying to stop Mag.
They didn't even get it.
They didn't get it. They didn't get anything. They didn't get a tower. Weaver was still helping, as in he was still farming. That's the thing that they should be doing, at least get some farm up on him. But even he is not getting that much farm, because he was still up against Jackal for a little while longer. But maybe now he can get a tower.
I don't love the Weaver BKB actually. I think that's the one person who is getting BKB that doesn't necessarily strictly need it, and it's cutting into their DPS a lot. I don't know. They're in really bad shape, I think, RoX.KIS. Resolution is just completely dominating this game, unanswered. His BKB is complete, so he will actually be the first person on this map to actually have it. And that, I think, makes iCCup even more confident that they can transition into a push approach. Yeah, like 9 minutes, I mean, it's not always their first item, but still, I mean, this is a great timing for this critical item. And he can transition into damage items and still get them quickly.
Yeah, and normally for if you have a Queen of Pain Puck matchup, it is a bit more even, of course. And Puck would also be trying to be that force that Resolution is right now. But that's a Radiant Courier killed. That's nice, actually. Where did that happen? Was that Tron? Let me see. I can check it.
No, it's who actually killed it, you mean?
Oh.
I think it was
Tron,
look,
yeah. Oh, look where it is. It's totally like that's Miss Micro. It's like right there.
And well played to Tron. Did that actually prevent the delivery of the BKB? No, it didn't. But
no,
still,
and it was empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean that's the first kill that they get, if you can count that. But I was saying something before.
Haha, yes, that's the first kill for RoX. That's a good point. It's a big one.
Yeah,
I mean,
no blink dagger. Sorry.
What's up?
No, well, that was the thing that I was saying before. Like BZ, he can't do what Resolution is doing. He doesn't have anything. He died 4 times, no blink dagger. It is 18 minutes in.
K-poptosis calling me out a little bit. All right, so we're accounting for BKB as the first item. So yeah, 4 minutes. Yeah, honestly, Resolution has had an amazing series, frankly. I don't think he's the only person playing well this game, but 2 games in a row he's been the best performer on the team.
Yeah, he's definitely in the headlines of the show of iCCup at the moment, and BKB now done also up on Mag, so that's going to be a next item. He has to wait for the courier though, because, you know, he's not going to go back to base. He hasn't actually been back to base since he came to the lane, has he? No, because you don't have to when you have living armor. So that's going really nicely, and I mean, he doesn't really get a push going, but maybe now they will, because the smoke is there and always want to fly with a blink dagger now as well. Wants to try and get this done. Nexus in a lot of trouble. Here comes Resolution as well. The cooldown will still come down, but I don't think it matters. Oh, nice Spiderling's farm though, with the cooldown there. But yeah, kill regardless. We just dig actually with the last hit. That's for him. This should be a tower going down. It is a tower trade though, unless they're gonna TP into the fen, but I don't think they will. There is a fortification. Nah, they're not. That's nice. Tron with the last hit. Extra gold for him, who just finished his BKB.
Yeah, I think this trade is fine for RoX for iCCup, and RoX can't really come defend, not without Gyrocopter and not without a TP on Puck. So I think it's smart for them to take the trade rather than attempt a defense that would be doomed to fail. But it's a huge problem when you have 2 farmers plus Puck who doesn't have a blink dagger. I mean, close to it, but still. And now you don't have access to your jungle, period. Brood is going to be farming your jungle more than you are going to be farming your jungle.
Yep. And we also have got almost now the blink dagger. Maybe that will change pace, but it's going to be such a late one. K-pop, instead of saying like this is the fastest one, how much slower, like that's mean maybe, but how much slower is BCZ on his blink dagger than the average one for a first picked up Puck blink dagger?
That's a good point. And frequently they actually go arcane boots and then blink. And he's skipped the arcane boots for the blink, and I think he's still, I'm gonna guess 3 minutes slower. So not dire, not horrible, but not great.
I'm saying 4.
All right. Well, it's in that 3 to 4 range, I think.
You can't take. You already said 3 now. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Shots fired.
Yeah, you're taking quite some damage. He might actually die here from almost want to fly. Here comes BKB turned on by Nexus. Dreamcoil. It's up on 2. They might be able to do something here. Overgrowth miss from Regis Zig. That is gonna be Disruptor still going down Nexus with his 10-second BKB just flying around because he doesn't know where to hit or what to hit. They don't get a kill just yet though. Regis Zig, they might be able to get him. The Treant Protector armor, living armor keeps him a little bit longer alive, and he is actually gonna go down here. Should be going down here, and that is the first kill that RoX.KIS that is actually listed on the board, of course, next to the Courier Tron. Not able to catch anybody anymore. And that is yeah, that's RoX.KIS defending their base, and BKB turned on. That's the first 10-second BKB that resulted in 1 kill. It was a Treant traded for a Disruptor. Not entirely even trade, but it does change maybe the pace of the game a bit, because this was the first time that RoX got a kill. And maybe therefore iCCup will be a bit more careful, you think?
Maybe. I mean, they did chase 4.5.
Oh, I win! Almost win.
I wanted to give him more credit than I guess he strictly speaking deserved. That was a pretty good fight for RoX, but yeah, you're right. They used the Gyrocopter BKB more. Just as importantly, Queen of Pain didn't even bother to BKB, which is actually smart because it was completely unnecessary. So Resolution, another. I feel like I'm praising this guy all series, but that's another smart decision from him. And Soul Ring finally done for Earthshaker, that will help his sustainability. But you can just see again the starvation. Wow, what is going on here? Yol gets completely caught out.
Yep, the ward there doing work. He pings it out knowing that it's there. To be fair, he should have known. You can't expect to farm your own jungle. No, even if there wasn't a ward, there might have been a spider right next to you, you know? It's like, not possible. You can't do that.
Yeah. Nexus is farming really well. That's the main good news for iCCup from my perspective. He's farming substantially better than Morphling is. The only reason he's behind on GPM is this huge tower and kill deficit. Yeah. But otherwise, I think Nexus is the good news. He's now farming Ancients a little bit. He has, of course, this Morbid Mask. He hasn't made it into a helm, but he's just using the lifesteal from the mask itself, and that's pretty nice. He has his BKB in 1400. If they can start moving into some damage items or into quick Yasha, that'll improve RoX.KIS's position substantially, because it will be hard to kill Nexus with this BKB. Straight up, it's much harder.
Yeah, and I mean, RoX has a fairly decent turtle lineup as well. Earthshaker, Fissures are very strong. You have got your Thunderstrike, you've got your Orb from the Puck, Flak Cannon from the Gyro, Weaver as well. So if they hold on, they might be able to make this into a comeback. And hey, we've seen it before. iCCup did
We've seen it before. Right,
for a little
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, RoX.KIS, not to gild the lily too much, they're way behind. But if they can stabilize, if they can try to not lose fights and at least keep Gyro alive through them, they might be.
Oh, look. They're coming from the river, like I can't do the thing that LD does, but oh well, blink in, silence, always want to fly. Getting a Dream Coil up on him, takes a lot of damage, but the mechanism is there, static field, that's no black hole this fight. Sonic Wave goes through the resolution, doing tons of damage, able to pick up the Disruptor. That is still going to be a tree on the sideline. Android doing what he can, hiding himself in a tree. Jackal also trying to fly away, and that is gonna be the... Oh, never mind, Resolution jumps in. One Scream, yes he got the mana, yes he has, but he gets silenced up. Resolution, trouble for him, can he get the Scream up? Yes he can, he gets a double kill with it. It took at least one kill. BC goes down, that's still gonna be the Earthshaker. Jackal able to pick him up on the back end. Queen of Pain lives, but that's gonna be like... That's... Oh, nice kill. They just quadrupled the amount of kills they had. RoX.KIS, brilliant fight for them.
Yeah, he was morphing Agi as he TP'd out. That's I want to say that's the opposite of what you want to be doing. Anyway, they do get Jackal at least. That's actually a pretty big kill. That's just the first death for Morphling this entire game.
That's the first death for a lot of people this entire game.
Right. Yeah. I mean, RoX.KIS, that was about the best fight you can expect there. They did get really good silences up. They got the Enigma very quickly, which was a critical kill. They managed to at least chase Queen of Pain out of the fight, even if they didn't quite manage to kill her. The only thing is, during this time, Mag actually cleared out more than half of the top tower HP. Yep. And so RoX.KIS finds themselves in a similar dilemma to iCCup last game, which, yes, you can get good smoke ganks, you can sort of get a somewhat successful fight that way. Now Mag just dueling Nexus. Look at how much damage this is. It's actually pretty incredible.
And he's actually gonna get the kill.
Oh, he Basher! Oh, I was wondering how he interrupted the TP, but that's amazing. He gets a solo kill on the carry.
He gets silenced up though. Maybe they can be able to do something. No, they can't. And it's actually BZ that backs off. Flames back into the kinetic field. He's sitting in his web though. Kind of awkward.
Oh man, and that's the one thing that they can't afford is to lose the gyro like that. And Mag just taking him apart. Basher, brilliant pickup there. Really, really smart. Because if they try to send one person back, Mag will destroy them completely. So they have to send multiple people back.
Yep, and that will be a blink in. Silence always want to fly. Dream Coil up on 2 there as well, but the mechanism helps him out for a little while. He's looking for something, can't find. There's the black hole. BZZ will get picked up there. Tron might be next, but maybe he can pick up a kill before he goes down. He does pick up a kill. In comes We Just Dig. Time lapse away for Tron. We'll try to run. The Glimpse is getting a resolution away from Tron, and Tron will live, but the tier 2, of course, went down, and the tier 3 top goes down, because that's what happens if you leave a Brute Mother by himself. He is gonna get aggressed on though, because in comes the hate train. He tries to run. BKB turns on. Actually, he's gonna fight. Resolution comes in to help him out. That's gonna be the Disruptor out of the fight. Kinetic Field, Static Storm still cast it, but with the BKBs on, it doesn't matter. Tron, he has to flee. He doesn't have time left. They go up on Android. Android goes down. Rocket Barrage is there from Nexus, but he has to go back. He doesn't want to use his BKB right now because he knows he can't take a fight. He has to wait for his team. This is 2 lanes that are getting put down right now. Tier 3 tower does go down. In comes the silence from BZZ. He just got back up. He can't afford to die again. A Malefice could be there still for always want to fly. That's going to be an Overgrowth and a Malefice. Or at least the Malefice already out, actually. That's going to be a call down. Always want to fly. We Just Zig, you have to run. In the meantime, top lane already cleared out. TP out from We Just Zig, but he can't make it. He goes down. That's going to be Always want to fly going down as well. But the good cause is already served because the top lane of Rax is gone. The mid tier 3 is also almost down. And this is going to be the last tier 3 that is still standing on the side of RoX right now. Jackal morphing back into... Oh, I was going to say you did... I know why he does that. Legacy keys are not on for him right now.
Do you think of that?
I think that might be it because he just did it again. That was the second time. You said he was morphing into agility when he TP'd out. Yeah. And you can't switch during the TP, I believe, because you will interrupt your TP. So you just have to abide by it. But right now, you saw him rocking away, and he turned on Edgy. He was like, "What?" And he switched it around because he knew he was wrong. But that is, I mean, that could be right. That could be that.
Maybe, yeah, I think you're actually completely right. Mag once again dueling Nexus. It's just so tough. Gyrocopter can't stand up. Oh, he
beat the Glimpse, and he tries to go for it. I'm not sure if that's the right call, though. He tries to run. Is there going to be any detection? There is smokes and gems, actually. Gem up on the puck. Mag trying to run for his life. He is fast enough in those webs to be able to get away there, though. Knowing that the Glimpse is, of course, on cooldown for a little while longer. And, I mean, RoX.KIS How long do they need to try and turtle this? Oh, hello, disconnect from the puck, reconnect. No, he goes down while he's disconnected. That's a bit of a shame. Kinetic Field Static Storm tried to save BZZ, but he is out. He is dead. And that is gonna be quite sad, but I don't think it could have saved him.
They're in such bad shape right now. I mean, losing a lane, having no tier 3 bot, and having the tier 3 mid at 233. Why aren't they pausing is my question.
Yeah, maybe they
is
don't
he just
know.
Gone?
Well,
Was this a little bit of a rage quit?
he doesn't buy. He can't buy back anyway. Oh, Echo Slam being used here, but Mag, he still got his BKB on. That's gonna be Android going down. Next is gonna get bashed, but he gets a stun up there as well. Fisher there as well. Mag in some trouble. Mag in tons of trouble. Mag dead. That's gonna be a good kill. First death of the game, and he is looking pretty dead. In the meantime, though, his team is just making use of the distraction that he created. That's gonna be more disconnects coming off as a reconnect and a disconnect. That's gonna be the melee racks here on the mid going down as well as Disruptor. Godlike resolution. He is sitting on a 12-4-0-4-8. He is just dominating right now.
Yeah.
And not just by the killing spree that he has. BZZ jumps in. Queen of Pain already jumped out just in time to not get silenced. Always want to fly, blinks himself in with the black hole. It all went faster than I could cast it, but you saw what happened, Android. Trying to run. This is the GG, yeah. No real surprise. This is 2-0 in the end. I mean, would you would you believe that even with a 1.5 hour game with a 40-minute delay at the start of the game, we still finish on time for the second game to actually start?
Yeah, that's actually pretty remarkable. I mean, this game, iCCup just completely dominant, and kind of famous last words when Jackal asked pause, and Yola's like, everything's okay. Well, everything is not in fact okay, but I think RoX realized that the game was well in hand for iCCup, and overall, very impressive once again. Of course, RoX playing with 2 stand-ins, especially in Game 1, they did very, very well. Game 2 was a little bit rough, they kind of got just... It was just... The play from iCCup was too strong. RoX didn't have a coherent overall strategy, and they weren't able to really pull it off. And
resolution.
honestly,
doesn't want to die
resolution. Yeah, he's over 2 games, 26, 5, and 38.
Oh, that's actually quite impressive.
Like, what an incredible play from this player here. Both on the Bat Rider and the Queen of Pain, I was extremely impressed. One play from Queen of Pain game that I really liked was he used Broodmother to bait them into committing. Like, they kept being like, RoX.KIS didn't want to commit on the tier 1 tower because they knew that there could be TPs in.
Yeah.
So Queen of Pain jumps in, then walks away. So what that does is, if Queen of Pain never shows up, then you can be like, oh, Queen of Pain is sitting in the trees, like, coming to fight us. But he came in and walked away, so they were like, oh, Queen of Pain disengaged. They finally go on the bird, and he immediately jumps in, dodges the kinetic field and static storm, and cleans up again. I mean, great play from this guy.
Indeed, an iCCup with that. They secure a spot in the playoffs. We are, of course, watching the Corsair Gaming Summer Tournament, and iCCup is the first team to make it to the playoffs. We're going to see the second team real soon, though, or at least depending on the teams. Of course, RoX.KIS will fight up against Virtus.pro to secure a spot in the playoffs. It will be happening right now. You can stick around for that. We'll be back, although I think that K-poptosis might not be back, so if he has any shoutouts, I'm sure he will say that in the... Bye everybody, he does need to sleep. He has been doing stats the entire time. Shout out to Misfit Love on Reddit for posting the Anti-Mage diaries from earlier today, of course. That was really fun to read. I was casting at the time, but really fun to read regardless. And
definitely.
I will be having a stat map for the rest of the games as well, though. So he's gonna get replaced, though. Of course, nothing can replace K-pop.
Nothing can replace K-poptosis. He's singular.
Yep. Anyways, let's jump ourselves into the game because we are just a couple of minutes past starting time. We'll have ourselves the game soon that will decide the second team that will make it to the playoffs. We are in Group A for the Corsair Gaming Summer Tournament. Stick around for more.